do need to do that. I'll find that rod. That's trash. Oh, this is putting on that rod. Hey, welcome in, Raptor. Will, appreciate you for stopping by. Just kind of doing a bunch of stuff in the boat. Just felt like going live. Welcome in, Caleb. Appreciate you for stopping by. Out here getting ready for Eagle Mountain. Hold on, I gotta bring a dumpster over there. I'm doing all right, Will. How are you? Oh, shoot. Lots of tournaments getting canceled on Saturday. I saw that. They got rescheduled to the next day, so hopefully that's what they do to ours instead of getting canceled. Yeah, I'm getting some stuff rigged up and basically just organizing some stuff. I got a bunch of tackle today. Yeah, there's enough line on there. Yeah, I went to Academy and Walmart and got a few things. Let's see. Don't want to chatterbait on this one. Look on you all there. I appreciate it. Definitely nervous for this one. I can't say I was super nervous for Bridgeport. I don't know why. I was just kind of, I don't know, I was tired during Bridgeport. You'll hear it during the video. I was just tired. But I hate buying chatterbaits. Doing any tournament fishing soon? Got one this weekend. Leaving for it tomorrow. So went to Academy and Walmart and got some stuff. Got a bunch of 40 bait stuff. Nervous for Eagle Mountain, but excited because a lot of big fish in there. Like, yeah, I've been watching quite a few videos today of it. It's definitely, there's some big ones in there. I know last year, big bass was I think 7.5, but it's just, I think it's probably going to take 20-ish to, I don't know, or not 20. I feel like if you catch 20, you probably win. But, I don't know, goal's to catch 20. I don't know what I feel about these things. I feel like when you already have it in a package, you don't need it. But I wish you the best of luck. Hope you catch some giants. I appreciate it, Will. That's the goal. You know, them chatterbaits, they catch the big ones. But everybody and their dog throws a chatterbait at Eagle Mountain, so I just know it works. But when you have a chatterbait rod, you just tie a chatterbait on it, so. Yeah, well, this is the main one that I'm getting rigged up right now, just because it doesn't have anything tied on. Hey, welcome in, Like to Fish. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, it's a bag. Eagle Mountain is weird. There isn't much boat ramps, and it took us like an hour to get the boat on the trailer because the line was so long. Yeah, I know. There's like 2 main boat ramps. Last year they made us do takeoff at the one that's like way back in that cove at that marina. But that one was just, we looked at it during practice to see what it looked like. We usually do that with the boat ramps if we don't use that specific boat ramp during practice. And it was way back in a cove that was shallow, and I have no idea why they used it. So we just used a different one, paid like $5 or something. Use the big nice one over there. Alright, chatterbait combo is ready. Finally get to throw this reel. Haven't been able to throw this reel in a minute because it's been full of sand, but it's all clean now. This one was too, I just finished cleaning that one, but yep, got the Cast King Skeet Rees icon. That's the Varus on the Royale Select rod, which you can't actually buy. Yeah. I gotta see if I can find a rod. Yeah, I launched from the main ramp at the beach. Yeah, that one. It's a nice, I like that ramp. It's a nice ramp. I think we'll probably end up using that ramp either way, even if they don't launch from there. I guess we can go through tackle. People like doing that. I can go look through what I got first today. I did get me a spinnerbait. Because if I feel like I can get a big one on this if I do get my limit. And just slow roll this thing where I know the big ones will be. I have that as an option if that's what I decide to do. I grabbed, where's the other one? A couple of jigs, just because I always like having half-ounce flipping jigs and I'm out. I like throwing this thing on a BFS. I actually caught some on that at Bridgeport. No big ones, but ran out of these. Hate running out of these because they're expensive, but always got to have them. You can just catch fish on them. I grabbed me a little BFS crankbait. Don't sleep on the Academy brand crankbaits. For the price, they're not that bad. I think they're a little bit overpriced. This is giving Nebraska or Arkansas. What does that mean? What are we giving? No, but I grabbed a flat side square bill because frit sides are too expensive. I did grab 2 of these little spinner baits on accident. I just wanted to get one and try it on the BFS, but I ended up getting 2 the Strike King Mini Kings. Always got to have some of these. Actually fish right next to that big boat ramp. Nice. Just make sure don't give out any information. You don't want to be disqualified if I go catch 5-10 pounders and they find this live stream, which I don't know if it's technically like bartering for information because it's public, but just to be safe. I had to get me some juggle minnows because I could have put these back, I guess. I like using them for scoping, but I mainly got them for a Mini-Max chatterbait trailer, and I ended up not getting those. These were just in my room, so I brought them out of my room. Got a dark sleeper. My bad. No, you're good. Do you have live scope or another type of finder? Yeah, we have live scope. It's definitely not easy to use. But I got a dark sleeper, I got a half-ounce, so I would love to be able to just slow roll that down some rocks, because that thing just catches fish. It's so dang expensive and only lasts like 2 fish, though. I got some hooks. I didn't need wacky rig hooks, I just accidentally got them, but no, we definitely don't need wacky rig hooks. Got some weights, because they're out of tungsten, so we got lead, if I decide to throw a Texas rig, so I was out of weights, too. I buy these every time I go somewhere. I always buy these forward-facing sonar jig heads. Just because, I don't know, I like having them. I really want to use live scope to see what's under docks. Yeah, which I used it. I did that. That's mostly what I did at Bridgeport, just because I didn't really. That's kind of where I fished, was around docks. But there's a wasp. That's not good. That's a wasp. Oh, that one's not a wasp. I saw a wasp. Oh, shoot. That one's the wasp. I think I got him. I don't know where he went, but yeah, I don't know. Once I started catching keepers, I stopped scoping docks. Well, I guess I wouldn't say I stopped. I kept looking at docks, but I just stopped. I wasn't really seeing anything on docks. So this one right here. So I got it down right there. I still got it on the front deck. So I got to change out the line on that rod. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not even. So that's all the stuff I got from that. We got a big old 40 baits order right here. But yeah, I did actually scoped one off a point on a drop shot at Bridgeport, which you'll see in the video on Friday. That's just my chest mount. The SD card was full. That's like the last clip before I weigh in, so it's the only one where it was dead. Gonna go fish Richland Chambers this weekend. Nice. I've heard that's a good lake. I just know it's far away from me. Yeah, we can go through 40 baits order. We've got, I just got some 7.5 inch curly tail worms for dragging. If I decide, I didn't have any. Got some drop shot worms. These are their Morning Dawn, their new color. I don't know, I might try it. I'm not a big pink guy, but a lot of people are. I got a few black and blue and then copper craw. Swim jigs, because those just work. And my friend caught an 18-pound bag there last weekend. Nice. Hey, welcome in, Rod Wilson. Appreciate you for stopping by. We're kind of just going through baits right now before I get them all put up. But, yeah, there's another swim jig. Grab one of their jerk baits. Haven't ever done one of those before, so I got a lot of stuff of theirs I haven't tried since they sponsor me. I got to have a lot of their baits. Okay, we got a nice assortment of square bills. We got quite a few different square bills here. Which this was the last one of these, which is the same one I caught all my fish on at the last tournament, so I had to pick that one up. I don't know if they're back in stock yet, but then we got some sexy shad. This one's called Bitsy Bluegill, which I really don't throw that color. I usually only throw a shad style color in a square bill, but at the same time I didn't have any in a bluegill color, so I figured just be good to at least have them. Then we got two of their walking baits, and it's the same color. It's kind of like, it's not this, it's moon something. I don't really remember the color name. It's not like bone, it's more of like a metallic grayish, which I just feel like it looks a little more like a shad. If you like bone, they have bone too. Got a couple packs of their new Ripple Craws and watermelon red. Good shaky head and Texas rig bait. More swim jigs. There's copper craw. That's my favorite right there. Also had to grab us one of those. I feel like I buy those all the time, but I can never find them. Then we got a couple of their new deep divers. I guess 3 of them. We got one in bone. Oh, almost dropped it. And then we got 2 in this color, which is their signature color called 4D. And we got 2 of those, and then that one bone one. And then we got more square bills. Got another Bitsy Bluegill square bill and another sexy shad square bill. Always gotta have square bills. Once they restock this color though, we will have plenty of those. Which also have this color. This is my favorite color right there. That thing just catches them everywhere. Ditch pickles, what they call theirs. I don't think they're in stock right now. I bought a lot of these. I think I have like 5 of these right now. I'll never not have these. Are you going to be doing any hunting this fall? Probably not. I used to hunt. It's just not something I'm super interested in. I mean, I'll do it sometimes, but I don't know. Most of the time, the places we can hunt, you can also fish, so I'd rather be fishing. I don't know. It's just something that I've never been super passionate about. I like deer hunting, but when the opportunity to go fishing is there, I'm going to go fishing. But there's all those baits. Oh yeah, there's another one of those square bills. We gotta get a lot of stuff out of this box. This is supposed to be my swim bait box, but I threw a bunch of stuff in here one time to take with me. There's some of those eye craws, and also watermelon red. Those would be good on a shaky head. Got some of their new chunks, and their paddle tails, perfect with the swim jig. Some chartreuse paddle tails, more swim jigs. Got one of their, I think it's a 5/16 ounce spinnerbait. Yeah, fishing is definitely better, but I do enjoy hunting a lot. Yeah, I think I just need to update inventory. Oh, Lane Davies is here. I tried to do some of it this morning, but didn't get very far. Well, welcome in, Lane Davies. Midnight Shine. How did I miss that? Yeah, moon. What did I say? I said moon. Okay, yeah. I appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, we're just going through, getting ready for the tournament this weekend. I've had this for almost a year now, and I still haven't thrown it. I got it for Christmas, and how heavy is it? It's 1 ounce even. Can I throw it on this rod? It's technically supposed to be a swim bait rod. It's 7.6 Royale Legend Pro swim bait rod, but it's only a medium heavy fast. As for lures up to 1 ounce, yeah, that just makes me nervous. My other rod is too heavy. It's for 3 to 7 ounce baits, which honestly, I don't even think I could throw a 7 ounce bait on that. But yeah, we got one of these too. How heavy is this? One of these Buka shads. Oh, actually, no, I got this for free. Where's the weight? This is 3.75 inches. Oh no, I don't feel that heavy. I probably throw it on there. We got a Berkeley Nessie, 7-inch. Also got a 5-inch in here somewhere. Random lipless. I threw one time. Got some hooks. So there's a 40 baits popper right there. I like that color. Nice and natural. Hooks. Gotta have them hooks. What's this one? Oh yeah, I got a whole nice pack of Ned heads. These are going. I got a. Where's that rod? I think that rod's under the deck. I will 100% be throwing one of those. Yeah, more of those iCraws and then some Neds. Yeah, y'all gotta check out 4dbaits.com. I forgot to link them in this live stream thing. But if Lane Davies is still here, yeah, he's a mod. He can put that link in there. I've never been into throwing big swim baits and stuff. I've always wanted to try it. I never had until I got a rod for it, which it's actually kind of fun. I've been throwing it on this one. It's one of the new Milliken Signature series. It's 7.9 extra heavy fast for 3 to 7 ounce baits. Got on that 200 size Megatron. It's a great reel for 60 to 70 bucks. Can't remember, in that range. But yeah, we got the 8-inch coal shad on there. I wish I had a white one. I don't know if Eagle Mountain's gonna be clear or if it's not, but don't say anything, Caleb. I don't know if that's gonna, just to be safe. I was debating asking, but I guess it depends on where you go. I don't know. I have spots that I thought I was at last year, and it turns out I wasn't even at those spots. So yeah, that probably doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Lane, we need you to come out with some chatterbaits. I'm tired of spending money on chatterbaits. These things are expensive, and you probably wouldn't even take one hand to count how many casts it's gonna last. We do have the BFS, which I gotta put a new line on that. I thought I broke it, or I didn't break it. I thought I lost a piece to it when I was cleaning it because it had a bunch of sand in it. Thought I lost the thing in there, but I tested it out and it's fine. It still sounds kind of dirty. I think I just need to put some more oil in it. And say that, yeah. I don't know. So I figured out it's like a 2-week information period to where you can't like pay or barter for information, which I don't think technically that's what this is, because technically this is a public live, but just to be safe, we're gonna put that little crankbait that I found at Academy on that BFS. If I can find the line to put on it, it might actually be in my room. If not, I might have to go buy some. Actually, I think I know where it's at. But yeah, we got the new 40 Baits bot worms up here. We got, that's Junebug, and we got Green Pumpkin and Morning Dawns right here. And I just got to get around the Z-Man patent. Yeah, I've heard that's tough. I've caught some of my biggest bass on some custom plated jigs that we made. I think I saw a picture of that one time. I think I might have asked about it. Yeah, that hoodie's nice. I like that hoodie. It's not like a heavy hoodie. It's like good for Texas weather. It's not like a super light hoodie, but it's not like a percentage of your body weight when you're wearing it, like some other hoodies are. We got the little Nessie. I've actually caught, that's a good little pond bait. It's good to catch some little 1.5-pounders. But yeah, we got to find this one. I think I'm sitting on it. Another worm. Square bill. Another worm. There's a lot of line in here. Look at nice. If not, I have some 6-pound tripolymer I could do, I think. Wait, what's this? Is this it? Oh yeah, this is it. Does this have enough on there? I don't know, I already had to use it twice because I threw a backlash that bad. I'm wearing my hoodie right now. Nice. How big is the live well on your boat? I don't know, we got 2 of them. I guess I can flip the camera around and show you. They're not like big. I feel like they're kind of average. Can I zoom out? No. I guess you got a good view of them right now. And the rods. Oh no. I think it's in the bottom of them. I mean, they're decent sized. They're not like giant or anything. Actually, I think they're this. They're as big as like that little thing right there. No, they go a little further, but not as far back on. So yeah, about that big. Both of them. It's like a 30-gallon. Yeah, I like those double, or not. I like the single ones where it's like one long one. It's like if you catch like an 8-pounder and put it in my live well, it's gonna be a little cramped. Put this back on here. Yeah, it's still in the 90s in Texas, so I'm not wearing my hoodie quite yet. We've had some chilly mornings though. The only other hoodie I have is a Seaguar hoodie, and I don't even use their line that often anymore. Unless I like need line that bad. It's very readily available. You can go to Walmart and get it, but I started using casting line. Casting line is good. This thing's still not fully clean, but it's clean enough to throw a crankbait. Or just throw something. The spool's so shallow you can't have like not a full spool, especially when you fish on Eagle Mountain with the giants that live in there. I mean, honestly, anywhere in Texas. I don't know about Bridgeport. Bridgeport's got a bunch of tiny fish. The big bass was like 3.5. Yeah, that's all. Honestly, that's not a terrible amount of line. But definitely want more line on it than that. If I loosen this out. Yeah, I think I just need more oil in it. Let me, or some more oil grease. Just gotta figure out where it's like. There's so many mosquitoes, I'm saying. Yeah, it's kind of coming from the handle, I think. I gotta get the stuff out of my room. Alright, I've gotta get to work. I can stop by for a few minutes. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Now you can actually comment. But yeah, we're just gonna continue to keep rigging up. Yeah, y'all check out 40 Baits. I might go grab my hoodie. I don't know. Can't wear it, but I can at least have it. Yeah, I need that reel oil. It's in my room. Okay, I will be right back. I have to get this reel oil. Alright. Yep, we got reel oil. Because I think it's the handle that's still just got, it's a little dirty or something, I don't know. Dude, there's so many mosquitoes, it's insane. See if that does anything. This is where, I just feel like that's where it's at. Oh, it could be in here too. It's somewhere in that area, in Coda Ultra. Yes, sir. Finally got it fixed. It's so nice. I haven't had it fixed in like a year. Or not quite a year. Half a year at least. Oh, you took it out and tested it out. It's nice. It's kind of helping. Not really. I don't know where you use the real oil instead of the real grease. I just mainly always use the real grease. You can grease these things, I know that. Or not grease, you oil them. spin it all in there. Make sure those are nice and smooth. Do it on this one too. Man, there's so many mosquitoes and I can't even do anything about it. Yeah, I also watched the Bassmasters Celebrity tournament they had on Eagle Mountain last year, and that's when Brandon Polnick caught that 10-pounder, and some other guy caught a 9. I know where it's at too. It could be this, I guess. Add some oil. Minn Kota Ulterra. We have had some problems with the auto stow feature. It has though. Yeah, I didn't even know it had those. No, this one definitely doesn't have that. But is that like how it turns itself when you pull it up, so it automatically stows so it's not smashing your transducer? What else could it be? Could be like that, I guess. Oil that whole thing, I guess. I don't know, it's not getting any better now. I'm just staying the same. No, you just hit a button and it brings the entire thing out of the water. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I can see how there'd be some problem with that. Oh, is it that? It could be, I guess. That thing... This is plastic, then might as well try it. No, didn't change it. It just sounds like it's in there somewhere, but I don't want to take off the whole handle. I don't know, I might just take it. What do you use the BFS for mainly? I kind of just got into using it for bass. I threw it a lot at Bridgeport, throwing like a jig head with one of these 2.8-inch panoramas and just flicking it around in the rocks and caught some on it. I caught the one keeper I caught in practice, I caught doing that off of a dock. I don't know, just basically throwing smaller presentations of standard stuff you throw, like, I don't know, this might be a little for this BFS, it's just a light rod, but that's what I got this little Academy crankbait for. I've seen a guy on YouTube who uses these on BFS tackle. He's kind of the guy who inspired me to do this kind of stuff. He fishes Eagle Mountain all the time. He fishes Bridgeport all the time. I found him while looking for videos on Bridgeport. Right now I'm kind of just experimenting with it. Ow. Stupid mosquito. Got me right through the sock. But I started off with a Featherlight BFS rod, and I just use it for like sunfish and stuff. Honestly, never really thought of it for bass. So, love-hate relationship with Eagle Mountain Lake. I don't know. I haven't fished enough to have an opinion on it. I just shouldn't be making that noise. I don't know. I'm gonna have to clean it some other time because we leave tomorrow. I feel like it kind of helped. I don't know. I know there's some better sized spotted bass in there. That'd be cool to catch some of those. Let me put this line back on. I'm going to go ahead and tie that crankbait on too. There are smallmouth in there. I want people to know that there's smallmouth in there. It's actually older than Lake Fork. Somehow. It just hasn't always been a bass fishing lake, really. Still not a bass fishing lake, it's still trash. But, I don't know, there's so many other lakes we could have gone to. Spotted bass everywhere. Yep, that's how Bridgeport is. I don't know, it seems like it doesn't have as many as Bridgeport, just by watching videos. I don't know, it's like practice, I caught a ton of little spotted bass. But then, like, tournament day, I don't think I actually caught that many spotted bass. I caught a ton of little largemouth. There's a ton of little fish in there. I'm pretty sure the guy that kind of got me into BFS fishing on YouTube caught a 9-something at a Bridgeport on BFS. That's kind of when I was like, alright, we got to try this out. So, Cast King's got kind of some of the most budget-friendly BFS stuff in the game, so of course that's what I went with. Got the Kestrel paired up with the Valiant Eagle that nobody knows exists because they released it and still haven't done any marketing for it yet, but it's a great reel so far. I don't need to throw like microscopic baits. Just need to throw a little bit smaller baits. It does that great. I mean, maybe it can throw tiny baits. I haven't tried it. No matter what lake I go to. I didn't realize how many we actually had in Texas. Which they're definitely more towards, like, more north and east Texas, but apparently there was some, there's a lake record for them at Granbury, but I've never caught one at Granbury. I've never heard of anybody actually catching one at Granbury. Just, I don't know, I guess it is, Eagle Mountain's not that deep of a lake, it's kind of like Granbury. Bridgeport really isn't that deep either. When I think of deep lakes, I think like Possum Kingdom and Ivy are just over 100 foot. And it's just not like that at either one of those. Louisville, for some reason, has a lot of them. Yeah, I don't think Louisville's that deep either. Yeah, I definitely have a lot more line on this spool than I would have had if I didn't use it. Oh yeah, we're good. Can't use all of it, I think. How much is on there? Never mind, we got a whole layer on there. Yeah, that's good. I know my home lake don't have none. None of the lakes around here have it. All the lakes around here are like super shallow and muddy. I'll tell you what, this covert elite is strong, dang it. Scissors won't even cut it. Not first try. They're not the greatest scissors, but it's been cutting everything else fine. My teeth cut through everything though. Okay, we're gonna tie on. Where'd it go? Thought I left it out somewhere. There it is. That little one. Honestly, it's a similar pattern to what I caught my PB largemouth on, but it's smaller. It's not a square bill. Has a little more bluegill coloration, which I don't know. I just like how it's shiny. So that's why I'm going to use it. It's close enough. I'm not going to see the square bill that long. I don't get crazy technical with my square bill patterns. They show like a silent crankbait. I don't know. They might actually. I'm not 100% sure. The flat-sided one I got's not silent. But I've been talking to 40 Baits. Lane Davies, who came in, he's the owner of 40 Baits. Him and his buddy own that, and I've been talking to them about a silent flat-sided square bill. Basically the frit side, but they would be painting it and everything. This is going to be one of the heavier lures I've thrown on this setup. I'm kind of excited for it because I know the spotted bass will keep me entertained on this little crankbait. That is for sure. They honestly got pretty good hooks. A lot of people, as I've heard that a lot of pros actually use the H2OX crankbaits just because crankbaits are really just crankbaits. I haven't really ever had a problem with a company's crankbaits besides 6 Sense. They never come out of the package running straight, but yeah, a lot of pros, they'll use these crankbaits, but they'll just switch the hooks out, which honestly I've never really had a problem with the hooks. My PB stayed on pretty good. Yeah, it feels kind of like the perfect weight for this rod, honestly. Let me give it a little test cast. Oh, yeah. Settings are pretty good, too. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Oh, yeah. I caught it. Ah, stuck it in the other end. Yep, those are some pretty good hooks. Like 6 Sense crankbaits. I don't know. I mean, I like them once you get them like tuned and running right. But I don't know. They're too expensive for what you don't get out of them. I mainly use 40 baits crankbaits. They're affordable. And they catch fish, as I proved in my last tournament. Yep, there we go. Got that little crankbait tied on there. I'm excited for that. I always like trying new crankbait stuff. I do have a 6 Sense crankbait tied on. Come on. I might show it to you. I can get out of my other rod. I got one of those on. I've never really used any crankbaits. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't use a ton of crankbaits from the bank. If I do, it's usually like a lipless. These KVD 1.5s, but they're around the same price as the Pressure Series 6 Sense crankbaits. I've used the Pressure Series. I don't like those ones. I actually have one right here. Those are the ones I can't ever get to run right. Yeah, I got one right there. I threw that, wait, no, that wasn't even up. Where was that? Where did I throw this? I think I threw this at Cedar Creek during state. They have good colors, but I just never could get this one to run true. And if I really got to put in some effort to do it, then I'm not gonna buy it. Because the color doesn't make that much of it. Ooh, what is that? What have I found? I have found a chatterbait. This makes me so happy. Oh my goodness, I found a chatterbait. It's one of those Hags chatterbaits. They got good chatterbaits. And they're not expensive either. That's why I like them, because they're not expensive. They work good. Z-Man original chatterbait, trash. These are like $1 more. But, yeah. I like those. That's a good color too. I wonder how many of those I got here. Let's see, we got. We're gonna just look through all my chatterbaits. Got that. There's an original chatterbait in green pumpkin. I don't know why I put that trailer on there. I must have not had any other ones. Wait, no, that makes a good trailer. That's that 40 baits chunk. I could have trimmed it a little bit, but yeah, there's an original chatterbait. It's just like there's nothing special about them, and everyone throws them now. So just gets to the point to where the fish are so used to it. It just has, when it comes to a chatterbait, for a good chatterbait, you don't want it to have just like a solid straight retrieve, which is what this one has. And when you're fishing like not super pressured areas, it kind of doesn't matter that much. But like the reason the jackhammer is so good, which I know it's expensive, but it really is the best chatterbait out there. It kind of, I don't know what it is they do with the blade, but it kind of darts a little bit in the water. And the thing just catches fish. Let's see if I got any more in here. What do I have in here? Pack of hooks that I kind of just bought. Probably the only other walking bait I own that's not one of those 40 baits ones. One of those, which I think that one actually works pretty good. It's just a little smaller. The Berkeley Drift Walker 110. Cut all these extra line pieces off. That bait's pretty easy to walk. That's what makes a good walking bait, is it's got to be easy to walk. But you can kind of see the size difference here. You can really see the size difference here. Skinny versus fat. So big fish, little fish. Just kidding. I never caught a fish on this. Honestly, one of the first walking baits I ever bought, I think. It might actually be. I think it is. I bought it at Eagle Mountain, or not Eagle Mountain, Lake Whitney my first year. Still have that. It's probably the oldest bait I own that I bought. Go away. Yeah, I like that color. Hey, welcome in, Clever Joker. Appreciate you for stopping by. Brian caught a 6.8-pounder Richland Chambers on a walking bait last Saturday. Nice. They do catch big ones. I don't know if you know who Carter Schnorr is, but he was I guess he was basically my teammate, not like a partner, but a teammate. And I know he used to catch a lot of good fish on a walking bait. I remember he got a 6.5 at Hubbard during a tournament we fished out there on a walking bait. Okay, what else we got in here? We got a whole pack of Senkos that I didn't know I owned. Oh yeah, who we haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, Fly Stream it's been a minute. He was in my live yesterday, but that was like a 15-minute live. Ooh, that's the best one right there. There ain't nothing better than a Berkeley Fritz side. Best flat-sided square bill to market, don't care what you say. Honestly, the Guggen flat-side bangers are pretty good too. I got second place in a tournament on one of those at Squaw Creek. I just like that bigger profile they have on that one, because it's just like a half-ounce crankbait. It's just big and wide. I need to get some more of those. So now I know a guy who's sponsored by Guggen, so I'm going to use his discount code. Let's see, what else we got? We got a broken scale. There's one of those like micro chatterbaits, but those do not work very well. I bought those for BFS, but they like hardly ever vibrate. They're Z-Man. You'd think they would. I find another one. Nope, that one's a swim jig. Oh wait. Oh no, never mind. That's a spinnerbait. I actually like that spinnerbait though. That's just another one of those. I don't like Guggen. Their stuff just never was any good to me. I don't know, but I also don't like 6 cents that much, so it kind of just depends on what you have luck with, I guess. The thing I don't like about the Guggen brand is like they're not innovative. They're not trying anything new. They're basically just making their own versions of a bunch of different baits. Except with the Bandito bug. But I don't know what happened after that. Yeah, another one of those 40 bait spinner baits. Trailer's too long. What was I thinking? Yeah, that might work on the BFS. Do not like about 6 cents. I don't know. Definitely overpriced for like. This shouldn't be $9. I know this doesn't cost you that much to make them. And then I've never had good luck with their crankbaits. Crankbaits is how I judge a company. Guggen crankbaits are decent. They're not super durable, but they're good enough. As long as you're not smacking them on rocks all day. Wait, my dad likes this crankbait. Is this where this crankbait even went? Oh, I found one of my dad's favorite crankbaits. Which, I don't know. I use a lot of 6 cents baits for like scoping and stuff. I wouldn't say a lot. I consistently use specific baits of theirs, but that's about it. Yeah, there's one of my dad's favorite crankbaits right there. He just had a lot of luck on that. The things you'll find in the compartments in your boat that just catch everything. But yeah, I also tried basically the square bill version in the pressure series, and just wouldn't run straight. It's the same problem. I know I can get it to run straight, so I'll use them when I need to. Crankbaits is how I judge a company. Yep, you got good crankbaits, then that's all that matters. Therefore, H2OX is pretty good. This is basically their version of a Frittside 7, except it does have a rattle. But you can buy a Frittside 7 with a rattle. Just bury the Frittside 7 somewhere here. What the heck? Where did it go? 40 Baits has good crankbaits too, so there. If that what we're going, if that is what we're doing, where the heck did I put this Frittside 7? I know it's over here somewhere. Yeah, Juggleman is pretty good. I just feel like so many people use it. At the same time, I don't know how many people are actually scoping. And on a lot of these lakes, like, there's still just a ton of people just throwing at the bank, which I would love to just throw at the bank the rest of my life, but I know it's not possible. Well, where did this crankbait go? Okay, well, never mind then. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to compare the size. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Then I lost the other one. Oh, no, there it is. Let's see. Yeah, pretty similar in body shape. 6 cents one's slightly shorter, but they're like identical in how their height. Oh yeah, you can see where one like kind of T-boned this one. Oh, this one's caught plenty of fish. I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to see it that well, but he kind of came up and hit it right there. You got bite marks on both sides. It's kind of cool. Juggleman is very good for chatterbaits. I don't know if I've used it on a full-size chatterbait. I like the Aussie for a chatterbait. I just don't feel like it works too great for a scoping bait, but I also don't scope enough to know. I had bug spray in my truck. Where did I put it? I think I might have thrown it away because I think the lid broke. But yeah, this is what we're going to be throwing a lot of, or I don't know, maybe a lot of. Depends on if we catch them or not, but I don't know what the difference between a Ned head and a shaky head is, depending on which heads you get. Like these ones are they have a flat top, so I don't really know what the difference between those and a shaky head would be. Yeah, they do have good little paddle tails. These, I got a whale in here. I really like the whale. Like that, one of those swim baits. I really like those. I don't throw those enough. There are no dark sleepers. There's nothing like a dark sleeper, but dang it, I forgot to get more drop shot weights. But I think we're actually good. If I don't have to throw a drop shot, I won't. But I don't know. I didn't have to throw one at Bridgeport, so we might have to this time. Drop shot can't let me off the hook that one. This have a lid. I thought I lost it. No, because I'm pretty sure I found the lid. I don't know. We lost the lid to it again. But now we got to focus. I got the dumpster right here. We're gonna throw some stuff away. I kind of need to throw this scale away because it kind of burnt. But sometimes we'll use a similar technique to scoping, but without live scope or a boat. Cast a minnow style soft plastic on a 1/8 or 3/16 ounce jig head from the bank or dock. Oh, there's a big old bug on my tripod. These ones like to bite you or something. I got him. Now he's up in the tripod. How did he manage to do that? I don't know. But yeah, that technique, I know the reason I have these is because my partner last year, or not partner, one of my teammates last year, he told me they catch a lot of their fish just taking one of these little, 2.8 he said 2.8. If this is 2.8, I think it is. That's what I meant to buy. But he just puts these on a jig head and he'll throw them up at the bank. He'll go down the bank and catch all of their fish. It's actually how he caught all their fish at Eagle Mountain last year. I gotta find bug spray. I got like a ton of mosquito bite scabs. And I'm currently like ripping them open with my fingernails because I'm scratching all my new mosquito bites. So there should be some bug spray in here if it doesn't lag out. Hopefully there's bug spray in here. No bug spray in here. What the heck? Oh, that's my knee. Oh my gosh. This big old wasp hornet thing. We don't like those. Actually, I think I know where it's at, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it. Okay, I'm back. I also found more 40 baits chunks. I've got so many fish in those small 6-cent divine swim baits. Yeah, they caught a bunch of white bass on them. I haven't thrown them that much though. That's when I've caught a ton of white bass on the juggle minnow. There we go. Okay. Well, I didn't find bug spray. Don't know what to do about that. But oh my gosh, the big wasp thing came in the boat. They flew away. I hate wasps so much. What are these? 1/8 ounce. I found a ton of drop shot weights just sitting in this little compartment. And apparently dumped out at some point. Okay, there's a rod that I need to find. Actually, you know what? We're gonna organize stuff now. I'll let y'all watch how I do that. You know what? We're gonna throw stuff away first. Move that rod. Open the dumpster. Got a wad of fishing line. I put some 30-pound trilene on one of my bass setups to go for catfish with. Didn't catch nothing. I did break a rod though. Yeah, I'll use that for a leader. Can't be wasting fishing line. Fishing line is expensive. So we use that for leader. The previous owner of our boat stored at the marina, and a ton of dirt daubers and wasps built nests inside of the boat. It was a pain getting all those out of there. Dang. I know dirt daubers aren't too bad because they won't actually sting you, but the wasps are bad. I hate wasps so much. Yeah, I got more mosquito bites on top of mosquito bites. Cast King has this packaging to where you can make the line come up through there, and you just like hang that up on something. Pretty useful. Throwing all our line over there. We don't need the original box. I don't do that on all their line. I do that on the Covert Elite and then this regular Covert. So that's a spool of 20. 20-pound line lasts forever. It's so dang thick. I only got to use it on one setup. Oh, there's the lid to that thing. Everything that flies by my head has me thinking it's that wasp net. Yeah, once we get all the trash thrown away, we'll get all the baits put in their compartments, and then we'll get some more rods ready. I'll bounce it a short distance away from the bottom. Caught some nice bass at Manasquan Reservoir in central New Jersey using that technique with a 10-pound yellow braid with an 8-pound floor leader. Yep, that's pretty much the same exact setup I used for doing that, and also throwing a drop shot. When are you headed to Eagle? Tomorrow, probably around lunch, a little after lunch, maybe about, I don't know, depends on when my dad can get off work. But I don't know. I watched a bunch of videos on Eagle Mountain today. Just made me like freak out because I was nervous. Just makes me nervous when I start doing stuff like that. I guess we can put those over there. Always got to use new trailers. 7-foot medium spinning rod with size 2500 spinning reel. Nice. Yeah, I use a medium light and 200 size reel. No, I always like to go lighter. A lighter setup whenever possible. No, usually just a little more sensitive. It also depends on like what size jig head mill you're throwing, because I'll throw like a bigger one on a medium moderate bass rod, like a 5-inch freeloader. I'll throw that on a medium moderate, but still I don't use anything bigger than a 2000 size reel. Actually, are my Mega Jaws spinning reels 2500? They might be. I don't think they are though. Cast King, I don't know if they do any 2500 size reels. Another spool of 20-pound line. Also got some of this stuff. This is supposed to help with memory on some of your line, and dramatically improves casting distance. Eliminates tangles and twists. I don't really know how, but it actually did work. So no oily residue or scent with silicone layers. Okay, well, there was one that I wanted to put this on. This one, because this line's been in here for a minute. And the Covert Classic from Cast King, I'm not a huge fan of that one. I don't really know why. I don't know. I don't really know what the difference between it and the other Covert that's about the same price is. I feel like with the Covert Classic, it's not as abrasion resistant as like, so you have, I guess I'll show you because I have them both. So you have like this Covert, kind of looks like that, and you have this one's Covert Classic. You get 50 yards less on this one, but other than that, they're about the same price. I don't know. This one has a little more memory, I think, but it's just has a little more abrasion resistance. I think it's slightly thicker, but I'll take a little thicker over not as much abrasion resistance. But this stuff, Covert Elite, that's what I like. Berkeley Trilene's pretty good for the price too, which honestly it might be a little more than Covert Elite. About the same price, but you get less, I think. I don't know, I think I caught my PB with Trilene. Actually, during my last tournament, I was using Trilene. I was using 10-pound. Alright. try and focus here. Fortunately, the pack of 40 baits worms that I had for my last tournament blew out of the boat. So I don't have them anymore. And they're not available on the website yet, so I couldn't get any more. So I thought I had mine, so I didn't ask for some more. Hey, look, I need those. I always lose nail weights down in here. I have to have tungsten nail weights. Those can't do the lead ones. They're so dang big. They don't even hardly fit in most baits. And I gotta focus. I've got like nowhere. What was this box run? Oh, that crankbait. Little H&H spinner. Been going for over an hour now. Just put all baits on this side because we're going to have to put them up in a little bit. All the jig pile. Jig / chatterbaits. Gotta go over there too. This thing, Cast Cray tail spinner, 9/16 of an ounce. That's over half an ounce. That's pretty big. I want those things. I'm just gonna throw this catfish rig away. That hook's kind of rusted anyways. I probably won't use it either. I'll get all the little pieces of line put away later. I don't know what to do with this scale. I basically melted. All the numbers don't display up there anymore, and I got a new one since then, so. Don't leave your scales in the heat. It's not good for them. Chatterbait. I think the Elite Evos are a good happy medium chatterbait. Honestly, I think they're about the same as the Hags ones, and the Hags ones are cheaper, but there's nowhere around here for me to go and get the Hags ones, so had to get the Elite Evo and spend more money. Spent like $100 today. I think I spent like 130. I don't even think I spent that much on 40 baits, and I got more. And a hoodie that was $30, so yeah. Super excited for my next super excited for my next tournament on Richland. There's so much structure there, and there's a lot of submerged grass and trees. Nice. That should be fun. As far as I know, from what I've seen, it's just docks and rocks at Eagle Mountain. I'm gonna see if I can run around, maybe upriver more. I mean, you can't go super far upriver on Eagle Mountain. See if I can find anything. Honestly, I'm gonna spray this stuff on all my lines. Why not? Got 20-pound fluoro on here. Yeah, I just love the whole tournament fishing thing. Basically the only form of traveling I do too. It's kind of just fun. I guess that's the nice part about not living by any of the lakes. I guess we're only like 45 minutes away from, what is it? Hubbard Creek. If we end up fishing there. Honestly, I'd be surprised if we do end up fishing there, because there's a lot more boats than there were last year, and last year you couldn't even fish on it with that many boats. Uh-oh. Oh shoot. Tripod's breaking. Gotta tighten this thing back on there. Okay. I'm just taking some test casts with a rod and figured I'd stand y'all up a little higher. Just basically testing out the memory on this one. This line's been on here for a minute. That's actually not bad at all. I'll probably give it like 2 sprays, but there's also not that much line on here. It's okay. You don't need drag on a chatterbait, which means you don't let line out. Winch them in. I don't have any more 15-pound anyways. I gotta make a fishing line order. Yeah, that one's good. I won't use the spray on it. Go down. I'd probably move it to Possum Kingdom if it's not Eagle Mountain. Oh my gosh, it's a wasp. Or not Eagle Mountain, if it's not Hubbard. It's kind of like the next closest, I think. It's not. Hubbard and Possum Kingdom aren't too far away from each other. Which I don't want to move it there, because Possum Kingdom's kind of trash. But it's getting to the point where I've fished it enough to where I'm gaining more confidence in it. But not enough. There's kids out there. I know a kid. I fish against a kid who lives on that lake. Which I know I'm about to go fish against kids who live on Eagle Mountain. How do you fish trees? I don't know. You just kind of like flip them, I think. I don't know. My dad caught his PB on a crankbait in trees. I mean, like big trees. I guess you can see them in the video that happened in. But, yeah, I don't know. I like dragging a jig. I don't throw, I mean, if you can get a drop, if they're spaced out enough to get a drop shot in there, I mean, that's just kind of a good, safe bet. You definitely scope them trees, too. And, yeah, you can throw a chatterbait through them. Chatterbait or swim jig. Keep it kind of above them. That's kind of what you want to do with a chatterbait and a swim jig anyways. So if there's any of the more aggressive ones, can ambush it, kind of help you figure out if there are any in the trees, because sometimes they might just not be there. There's some trees on Possum Kingdom in like 2 spots. They get fished pretty heavily a lot, but there are big ones that live in there. Yeah, I don't know, kind of just standard flip it stuff, cross style baits. I know a lot of people drag worms in trees, something like a 7.5-inch curly tail, like we got right here. I would throw one of these in there, drag that through. I don't know, fish it like it's a dock, I guess. There is Possum Kingdom tournament in December. I might fish it, but I don't know yet. Who's putting that tournament on? Why is my screen going more dim and then brightening it didn't do anything? Hey, who's putting that tournament on? I might fish that too. If we were going to have a tournament on Possum Kingdom, then I definitely would. I have a good feeling that regionals will be there. Oh, a THSBA jackpot. I don't know. I get whooped in that, that's for sure. Probably won't fish that. I don't know. Let's see, what are the specs on this? Dives 5 to 7 foot. Only helpful information on there. Yeah, I got a nice wide shad, bodied flat side too. But it has rattles in it. That's okay. I have a lot of red frit sides. I really need to look for not red frit sides. It's the competition better for TBN or THSBA? I mean, it kind of depends, because I know a lot of the kids I fish against fish both, but I know there's a lot that don't. I'd say TBN. There's a lot of kids in THSBA are kind of just there because they can be, because it's done through schools, and TBN isn't. All the kids who fish TBN are like there to win. So that's why I'd say TBN, just especially from what I noticed. That's what Nevin Osborne told me too. He's the one who convinced me to switch. Mainly for that reason. I mean, if you want to be the best, you got to fish against the best. And so that's what we're going to do. And we did it. Okay, we can start putting baits up now. We got enough cleaned up over here. Sure. Walmart bag. We don't want to see that receipt. Makes me feel bad. That's why we only buy 40 bait stuff, because it's affordable. I hate shopping in person unless unless it's like at a local tackle shop, then I know my money's going to a good cause. But I always spend so much money at Academy and feel like I get absolutely nothing for it. Okay. Well, actually, there's a wasp. Over now. I'm glad that Dylan Sorrell's guy graduated because he was in my division and won every single tournament. Yeah, I recognize that name. Oh, I gotta organize some of this too. We don't need to be in there right now. So what I like to do is I basically like to set out categories. So we got paddle tails / flukes over there. Go straight tail worms in the middle. Basically go from there. We got curly tail worms, sinkers. I think chunks going cross style. But yeah, there's a lot of suspicious stuff that goes on with THSBA too. So jigs will go over there because they go in a different compartment. All hard baits. Hey, welcome in Mission Discover. Sorry, my screen went really dark for some reason. And I also need a new screen protectors because I can't see anything. Appreciate you for stopping by. We're just doing some tournament organization before we leave tomorrow. Got a bunch of baits we got to put away. So now we're dividing them so we can put them away. And there goes that one. Hard baits. Anything that's not a soft plastic goes on this side, and then we divide all the soft plastics over here. Where did these go? These have like their own special compartment. Ned's going straight tail. Craw goes over there. Then we got more paddle tails. Where we got 2 more craws. I gotta get a whole new system for organizing my baits. I got too many baits now to where they don't even all fit. So, y'all see that in a second. Terminal. We got a bunch of baits behind me too. These go with panoramas. Crankbaits. We'll deal with all the open crankbaits in a minute too. Got a lot of craw baits with us today. Hard baits. More hard baits. More hard baits. Another one. Terminal. These go in there too. Terminal. Flukes, which go with paddle tails. Cranker baits, which actually we want to cut the tag ends off. So we don't have to waste time with that when we go tie them on. That one's cut off. Actually, we'll leave jigs over there. That's all that's over there. I don't know where those are at. Okay. That's all of them. Yep. Now he'll get to see my mess that I call organization. Move everything to the side. God. This one come forward too. So going this part. See, look how nice of a job 40 Baits does packing those. It's all hand packaged. It's so nice to see that. Nice. I've already opened these, that's why some of them are messed up, but they don't even have to do that, they just do it. So y'all check out 40 baits for me. Okay. So yeah, we'll show off this not so organization. So we got a bunch of these missile bait bags, which are basically overpriced Ziploc bags. And I had labels on them, most of them have rubbed off. That one says curly tail worms. So, put our curly tail worms in there. And then you got like a lot of these, like those creature baits, that thing's like overflowing. This is like Demiki rig type stuff. What's this? Paddle tails. That one's not full, but the packagings, there's usually got big packages. They have a lot of straight tail worms in there. Yeah, we're gonna... I need a new tripod. Hopefully I can win this tournament and afford one. So we'll get all of our straight tail worms, put them where they go. Sort of, we'll lay them on top. I know we got a lot of craw baits too. Craws are these things. Baits. These are craws. We don't have that many craws. Let's take that out. Sort of organize it. So I know I've been wanting a lot of these this weekend. I have more chunks somewhere. I don't know where I put them. Okay. These go right here at the front. One of those. We do have a few more of those. So. Oh, now my screen went bright again. That's nice. Okay, paddle tails like this. Well, actually, we got some stuff in here that don't go over here, so we got to take that out. Those go in the same compartment. Over there. Trash. 16th ounce. We got some of those. Shouldn't have thrown that away. I don't know how big they are. Some baits stay in here. I found my worms. Drop shot hooks. I found the worms I was using. Only got like 3 of them left, but there they are. I tried putting a bunch of salt on them, it doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, that's the color. Kind of like a PB&J color, honestly. Let's go. Let's go there. It's just my confidence color in any worm, which... Those should be on the website soon. I know he said I think he's got them made. He's just got to get some pictures and put it on the website. When that happens, I'll be ordering plenty of those. That's the only pack I got left. Which I have robo worms in that color, but I'd rather use 40 baits. Okay, where's the lid for this thing? I like those new Berkeley chop bags. Is anybody still here? So if they're not, I'm gonna end it. It says there's nobody watching. Okay. Oh, this thing goes. Probably rig one of those up. Yeah, I don't think anybody's here. We just hit the 80-minute mark anyways, so I think I'm gonna gonna go ahead. So if you're still here, appreciate you for watching. New video comes out Friday. Check out 40baits.com. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.